Right, I haven't made these for ages.
Since the summer.
Since the summer. And Ellen suddenly decided she wanted hash browns. So we're using white cabbage. So obviously normal hash browns, grated potato. I'm using white cabbage as the alternative. I'm just weighing it out because we're going to stick to the recipe. Believe it or not.
Every time I say that, I go steady on.
Yeah, no. And I'm going to do both different hash browns that are in FFS. I've got corned beef for mine, and Ella's going to have the cheesy hash browns. This is best made in a little food processor, otherwise you've got to grate the cabbage quite small. So you do want it into sort of almost like fine shreds. This little chopper will probably be fine for this. I didn't want to get the big chopper out. We've got the little chopper out.
So actually, for the YouTube audience, I sometimes get questions about this. Where's it from?
This came from Aldi. However, Lidl have got their own little version. Morning, Sandy, mate. Lidl have got their... No, wrong way around. Sorry, this came from Lidl. However, Aldi have got their own little version of a again, what they call
They've got their own little version.
Little version. Mini chopper. It's a little unit, so it's not the same as this. It's a little sort of, it's a tinier bowl, or smaller bowl, not tinier bowl, smaller bowl. Now I've probably put too much in one go, to be fair. Although it's almost there. It's almost there. I just want to get rid of the bits like this.
You still want some texture, don't you?
Yeah, and you get the very fine bits. Again, you don't want it sort of. I don't want it watery. Right, so it is all now. I'll use that bowl. It is all now blitzed down. Hang on a minute. Blitz the cabbage first, then add the rest of the ingredients except from the oil, blitz again. But I'm going to mix it into the bowl because this is a bit of a small bowl to be mixing the cheese in with it.
Yeah, and everything else is just already mixed.
If your chopper's got a bigger bowl, then you'll be able to do it all in there. So, a little bit of shallot. These are about 40 grams each.
Now, I don't know why, but there seems to be
actually
some
30.
confusing information about the carb value of shallots. We had people saying, oh, I thought they were like, what, 12 or whatever, but they're not. They're 3 grams per 100.
Shallots, no different to leeks. Does anyone understand why? I don't. There doesn't seem to be any dispute in the fact that shallots are about 3 grams of carbs per 100 grams. Same as leeks. Although I did see somebody post earlier in the week. Oh, did they send us a message?
Emailed.
Was it? Okay, somebody had sent us a message. I did see it about if leeks are 12 grams of carbs, why are you saying they're better to use than red onions?
But they were using cooked weight.
Yeah, so use raw weight values when you're doing your measurements. Raw weight.
Even then, 12 grams of carbs at cook weight, it's still high, I feel like.
Yeah, it doesn't sound...
All I did is I compared all the raw weights and used the Tesco...
Yeah, it didn't sound right in the slightest, and again, there's no dispute. I mean, there are some really random readings. You have to be aware that when you're using a tracker of any brand, they mostly allow people to upload their own data. That data might be wrong, so don't take it as gospel. Right, so Christ, we've been going for 10 minutes and barely done anything. It was a bit like Michelle now. Cabbage, shallots. I'm using some grated mozzarella. So there's 100 grams of grated mozzarella in there. We're just going to add a little bit of seasoning to it as well. So, obviously salt. Salt is needed. Especially with cabbage. I've got some nice mixed herbs in here as well. Just half a teaspoon. We needed some psyllium husks as well, didn't we? The psyllium husks that we use, and they had a really good term. It might have been Chelsea. She said they're blonde.
Yeah.
So you don't want the grey or the fawny coloured. Well, no, it is grey, isn't it, really? So the psyllium husk that you're after is this blonde and it's like a fibre. It's the best. I mean, it is fibre. I know that's what it actually is, but it feels. It's sort of not a dust.
It's grainy.
Yeah, it's a slightly grainy. This will help sort of bind it. So again, 10 grams of this. It helps bring it together. And then I'm going to mix the egg in. I think I've done that in the right order. The unfortunate thing is I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm reading the instructions and I can't really see them properly.
Well, yeah, pepper. That's a nice shout.
And I've just realised. Look, we've gone through.
We
go through an enormous amount of pepper. All right.
Because we have cabbage a lot.
Yes.
And cabbage and pepper go really well together.
Yeah, you're quite right. All right, and then the egg. And then we're done. And then I can mould and cook.
So are you frying some of each and then baking some of each? Putting them on
do you want me to use the Ninja?
I want to see how crispy they go.
Okay.
Because the courgette fritters go amazing.
Well, I'll do half and half then.
So Emily says I use rice cauliflower when I make my hash browns. What's the difference with using white cabbage? We think it's the texture, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the texture.
So it's like grated potato.
But to be fair, the rice cauliflower...
Oh yeah, it'd work, definitely.
It would have a very similar texture. Is it wrong to use the seasoned coconut oil?
What's it seasoned with?
Smoked paprika and
no.
garlic. You get a small whiff of smoked paprika. So it might taint the colour a little bit. So, I mean, this is cooking coconut oil that we used a couple of days ago.
To make the crispy chicken. The egg white coating.
Yes, yeah. So we did some like KFC style keto fitness chicken. The little hash browns. So I've got the Ninja tray. So if you are going to use a Ninja, we're not sponsored by Ninja, by the way. We're not sponsored by Ninja. But you would be advised to get one of their trays because it fits perfectly. Unless you can find a other version, but they obviously their trays are going to fit exactly. That's all I'm saying. They've got this round tray. There is a bread tin and there's a little pizza tray. I'm not squeezing too hard, but they are firm and they are holding together.
There's quite a lot of them mixed, don't you?
Yeah, you get. I mean, it says 4 portions, so really you're looking at sort of, well, it's got to be 8, hasn't it? So I've actually maybe got a little bit too big there to get 8 of those sizes there. That's the 4 that are going to go into the Ninja. Right, that's done. I can see it's sort of smoking. It's on medium, it's on 5. It's going to spit a little bit when I first put these in. I do want it reasonably low because I don't want them to break up. And I suppose I'm going to get 7 out. I went a bit wild on the first 2. Now these are going to be more coloured than normal because the oil is seasoned with paprika and garlic. So yours won't come out looking the same if you're using clean oil. Can you freeze these? And if so, yeah, you would absolutely cook them before freezing. Absolutely. So yes, they'll freeze, but yes, make sure you cook them first, otherwise they'll just disintegrate. Right, there you go. First one done.
So how long will they take, do you reckon? I know when you fry like this, it only takes a couple of minutes.
Yeah, but you don't want to move them until they have cooked almost all the way through, because they will break up otherwise.
So how do you know?
Well, I'm going to leave them for 3 or 4 minutes and just let them cook away. I know that's not a really good answer.
No, but it's good enough.
Yeah, you just don't want to be messing about with them. Put them in the oil, because you want them to solidify. You want them to heat through, and that will sort of help them stick together. So the one side will be more golden than the other side. Right, so repeat. So this is the corned beef. Yes, I've got a tin of corned beef. Yes, it's not 100% clean. Going to replace the psyllium husk. Best binder. I was thinking this. We've tried coconut. Do you know what? I tried. Yeah. Go on, you have a look. I did try this. This was a recipe that I tried over and over again. We tried with coconut flour. It didn't quite hold.
Psyllium's one of those things, like vital wheat gluten. You just can't sometimes. You just can't replace it.
Tried with chia seeds. That didn't hold either. The only thing that I can think of that might hold would be lupin. Right. So you can't. No, you can't properly see this, but I'm able to turn these, so they're holding together. Lupin flour, yeah. I think lupin might work. They are beautifully golden brown on this side. That one needs a little bit longer. It's a little bit soft there. Again, you don't want to move them too soon. Oh.
That worked really well. I thought that was about to break.
I thought it was going to break. I knocked the spatula and it actually flipped. Right, okay. So those that have now been cooked on both sides, yeah, they said they're nice and firm now. So I'm just going to let them finish off. So about half an hour ago, so I suddenly saw the little one run past me with a bit like the toilet roll advert, with the kitchen towel in her mouth, and off she ran, trailing behind. It's like, come here, you little git.
That's a lovely colour.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're going to be cooked slightly darker on one side than the other. But
you went completely out of. You said you were going to make them into triangles.
Yeah, no. I didn't want to sort of mess about with the cooking process. Right, so that's those three. That's the cheesy ones. Obviously, we're going to have a look at. Okay. See, they've puffed out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Whereas they seem to have shrank a little bit, they've puffed out. I hate doing these. It's the only thing about corned beef tins.
Why don't they redesign them?
They're absolutely lethal. I know there's tricks to get the bloody thing out easier. I can mush this in, but I am just cutting into little. So 100 grams. Oh.
They're looking good.
Oh yeah.
They're almost going to be like little, not fish cakes, but that sort of appearance.
Like little Rosties.
Rosties, yeah.
Right. Now I like the look of these. Right, so they're softer. These are softer.
Maybe stick it on air crisp. Because they're not done.
So actually, I'm wondering whether I put them on the Ninja
pizza tray.
The tray. So I'm just going to turn them over. So what was the underside? They're cooked. You could quite easily, happily put them on your breakfast plate straight away.
But they won't be hash browns because they're not crispy.
Yeah, but they're crispy on top, but they're soft underneath. So we're going to turn it over. I'm going to whack them on air crisp. There you go. Pops, can you do the nutritions, because I don't know what the
2.9 per portion.
Okay,
which
so
is
per
about
portion is about 2 of these per portion. Is that the same for both, or are they?
Macros are calculated for the cheesy ones, but the corned beef ones are very similar.
Right.
So you just frying yours, or are you going to ninja them as well?
I think I'll just fry mine for speed now. Right, they're crisping up really quickly. I'll give them like another minute and I'll show you those and then we'll bugger off. Beautiful.
Wow. Oh wow, look at them.
Yeah. So that's the cheesy ones that have been, yes, baked for, yeah, proper, yeah.
They look
amazing.
There
you go. That's my preferred way of doing them. But you got the 3 that I cooked in the oil, and then the 3 that have been cooked, 4 that are cooked in the Ninja. Should we have a little taste? What's it say?
Yum.
Yeah.
That's one thing the YouTube lot wanted, is they wanted to see, like,
yeah.
You eating it.
Why do you want to watch me eating?
I don't know.
They're way better. Right, so I'm going to quickly pan fry these on the second side. They've gone nice and golden on this side. Right, so I'm just going to give them another minute or two on there just to brown off.